India versus South Africa Test series didn't go up to expectations of the Indian team, but the ODI series starts soon, and we are going to talk all about that series here at Timeout with SportsAdda. Arun, what a time for Indian cricket. So much has happened in this new year. A surprising Test series loss, and then an even bigger surprise when the Indian Test captain has resigned.
So much has happened. Yes, I mean people are still processing it. People are still talking about what spurred that resignation. People are still talking about if it was that moment of chirping into the stump mic. People are talking if it was the after effects of losing a Test series that India should have won. It's all speculation. Nobody will know what actually transpired except for the man himself. But a lot's happened. Uh, the ODI series is not too far away, and it's an ODI series to look forward to. I mean, when was the last time India played an ODI?
It seems like ages ago. I think England had last toured here in February. That's when I remember was the last time when we played a series.
Sri Lanka, actually, if you remember, one Indian team was in
Sri
England.
Lanka followed. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one Indian
in
team was in
August.
England. The other Indian team was in Sri Lanka. So
That's
it's been
right.
ages since India played an ODI, which is very unusual.
And this format has also taken a little bit of backseat, isn't it, for the last couple of years after the 2019 World Cup? I think the priorities for a lot of teams and countries have been more the World Test Championship and, of course, the T20 World Cup. So the 50 over format, in a way, is being looked at as a third preferred format. While it works beautifully for the broadcasters, advertisements after every over, 50 overs game, 8 hours of cricket. So that's a wonderful combination, but this format as such has been like, in terms of importance, it's taken a backseat.
In fact, that's exactly my first thoughts, Akhil. I mean, it's such a convenient format for the broadcasters. Yet, I cannot imagine that India have not played an ODI since July. July, so it's about 6 months that in, and very very unusual. But it just tells
Hmm.
you preferences of broadcasters, preferences of
Yeah.
cricket boards, and if you have two marquee ICC events in about 6 months, that's where teams are going to be focused on.
Interesting. Okay. Before we go and talk about the ODI series, like we do at Timeout with Sports Adda, there's again a very, very interesting contest coming up. Uh, the contest again is going to be is relevant to the cricket that is going to happen, the India versus South Africa ODI series. Uh, the question, Arun, like we do every time, is all people who listen in, all they have to do is go onto our YouTube channel, give the correct answer in the comment section, and you get a chance to win some great prizes. Like we have always given great prizes here at Timeout with Sports Adda. So the lucky contest winner here again will get a chance to win a smartphone. So it's still a big contest coming up. The contest question for today, Arun, like you do, just give a hint, don't give the answer. The contest question is that who was the man of the series in the last ODI series that India played in South Africa. So if you remember, India had toured South Africa in 2017, 2018. We played a six ODI series there. Who was the man of the series in that tournament? And Arun, your hint is
Okay, this individual who won the Player of the Series scored 300s in that series. 6 match ODI series. This player scored 300s.
okay, superb. So that's the hint here. Arun has given a very nice hint. Okay, ODI series, white ball format. South Africa, I thought, had a much, much better chance in the ODI format, Arun. Simply because India has still not been able to figure out their 50 over combination, especially without Hardik Pandya. So there's always the dominance of the top order batters, the one, two, three, who've managed to win India a lot of ODI matches over the last 4 or 5 years. Like our contest question also said, this gentleman very much responsible for putting up a lot of runs for India in the previous series. So I thought South Africa had a much better chance in the white ball format. What do you make out of it?
Uh, I'm not so sure, Akila. I'm looking at the squads of the two sides, and I think India, despite having lopsided balance, despite having players coming back from hibernation, I think India have a better side on paper at least.
No,
I
I'm
know
saying
this was
compared to the Test series chances, South Africa have much better chances in white ball.
they would think, South Africa themselves would think they had better opportunities to do well in the ODI series. But if you look at the two sides, I think India will still begin favorites. And let me just, talk positive from an Indian cricket fan's point of view. We said India will win the Test series. It didn't happen. But now I'm going to say this is following a script. This is exactly what happened on the previous tour.
Yeah.
India had a great opportunity, lost the Test series, but then came and thrashed South Africa in the ODI series. I believe it will follow the script again. So India will win this the ODI series.
But there's a lot of interesting names in the South African lineup that I'm looking forward to watch. The last time that the series happened, I remember the bowling combination for India was also fantastic with the two leg spinners, the two wrist spinners playing all the 6 matches, picking up good wickets in the middle order. This time there's a wrist spinner in the South African lineup that I'm really looking forward to see. Tabresh Shamsi after a while. There is Pretorius, the all-rounder. I'm looking forward to see. I'm looking forward to see Markram as a white ball opener. If you remember, he batted so well in the T20 World Cup last year, so he got some momentum. De Kock makes his way back. He retired after the first Test match, and he wasn't a part of the celebrations after the Test series win. So interesting people they have there. Bavuma must be a little high on confidence now. He scored some important runs. So these are some players that I'm really looking forward to.
You missed out one name, Akhil. One name I will add to that list: Marco Jansen.
Oh yes, he'll be playing his
Highly
first
impressive in the
white
Test
ball.
series. Highly impressive in the Test series. Must be riding high on confidence, and he looks like a player who can cause some damage. Uh, South Africa have a good side. Uh, the problem for them is, like it is with the Indian team, who do they pick? They've got several players who can be bracketed in a similar role. I'll give you names: Pretorius for that matter, Andile Pelukwayo, Wayne Parnell, add Marco Jansen to that. So there are players who are in a similar role. Same with the batsmen as well. Several players. I don't know. Where do you look at David Miller?
Peacock. Yeah.
Do you look at Rassi Van der Dusen? Kyle Verena again was impressive in the Test series. So I don't know how they're going to pick, but I kind of know the 11 that I want, and that's going to be Quinton de Kock, Aiden Markram. Aiden Markram was completely all at sea in that Test series, but I still back him to come good in the one-day format. Rassi Van der Dusen. I don't know if Janeman Malan will play again. That's a question. He
Bavuma
played in
will
the
play at 4. Yeah.
Correct. I don't know if Malan will play. Bavuma, Miller, Pretorius, or Parnell. Keshav Maharaj will play as the vice captain. Marco Jansen is a starter for me. And then I've got Rabada and Shamji. So South Africa have got one or two spots to decide on, but it's going to be interesting.
Quinton de Kock has scored some important runs in white ball cricket. He's always enjoyed batting against India. Got those hundreds, if you remember, very early on in his career. Scored some runs in India also. He'll be really looking forward to become a new father. So lots of joy, lots of good things happening around him. He'll want to come and score some runs. Most importantly, Arun, the IPL auction is going to be scheduled next month. So it's a fantastic opportunity for all the South African players to impress not just the team owners, but also a lot of captains who are going to be on the field this time, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know how many players will actually have an eye on the IPL auction. Uh, all the scouts, all the franchises would have done their homework, but yeah, I mean, there could be one spot, one player who will kind of grab the opportunity. But I mean, talking about Dickov, I'm just looking through those numbers, Akhil.
Hmm.
13 ODIs against India. He's got 500s and 150. Only one half century, but 500s, averaging 60.31. So
Wow.
he loves playing against India. He loves playing at home as well, and he's in good form. So expect some good knocks from him.
All right, excellent. Different problems for India. I wouldn't say problems. Of course, we always have so much depth in white ball cricket that it's not really problems, but a different combination. So, a lot of permutations. The regular new white ball captain is not around. So, obviously, KL Rahul, for him, it's a big responsibility leading the team for the first time in such a big series. KL Rahul, Shikhar Dhawan, two trusted people, they will get their runs. whichever conditions they play, whether you're batting first, chasing second, chasing again, both of these are equipped to score runs. But Shikhar's going to be playing after a while, Arun, and it's not so easy to just come back and start scoring runs so fluently when you're away from international cricket. So it's going to be a big change to see how Shikhar Dhawan copes up.
You spoke about Shikhar, Akhil. You've got to remember and appreciate the fact that there will possibly be only two players who played in India's last ODI, which is Shikhar Dhawan at the top and Yuzvendra Chahal at the bottom. Uh, I think all the middle line will be completely different compared to the lineup India fielded in Sri Lanka in the third
Yeah.
ODI in Sri Lanka. Uh, Astonishing that's going to be, but you're right. It's going to be difficult for Shikhar, but hey, Shikhar's not going to light up the stage like he did on Test debut. In the ODI, he'll still take his time. He'll probably crawl his way to 30, 40, 50, 60. But you can expect runs from him. If he stays there, he'll get you runs, obviously. But talking about KL Rahul, you spoke about the regular captain not being available. KL Rahul's never captained a 50 over game, never in his life. And here he is. He'll walk out as India captain without one match experience behind him. He'll be the 26th player to captain India, but what a proud moment it is. I also say, I mean, it's a proud moment. I'm happy because it's also a Karnataka boy doing well, and at Paarl, historically, two Karnataka boys have done well. Srinath and Anil Kumble took 4 wickets each in that ODI 2003 ODI World Cup. So Paarl, ODI, Indian ODI team, Karnataka boys, some good vibes.
Good vibes there. Uh, Middle order again looks very strong. I'm a little concerned that except for Rishabh Pant, we don't have a hitter, an established hitter, or somebody who can finish innings. So Virat Kohli
They
at three, Arun. Shreyas Iyer at
Virat,
four,
so one,
Rishabh
two,
Pant
three is
at
pretty
five.
much set in stone. KL Rahul, Shikhar Dhawan, Virat Kohli, that's set in stone. And number six
Shreyas
will be
Iyer.
Rishabh Pant. So it's 4 and 5.
Yeah, so Shreyas Iyer will obviously take his seat back. He's been in good form in the only test match that he played against New Zealand. He's got 100, so he's in good form. There is also Venkatesh Iyer who played in the last T20 series, if I remember correctly, where he penciled in the lower order, bowled a few overs whenever he had the opportunity. So he might fill in that slot which Hardik Pandya used to occupy in the ODI setup.
I'm not so sure. Again, that's a question mark, Akhil. I'd much rather want Surya Kumar Yadav there. Uh, so the lineup I'm looking at is Rahul Dhawan, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, Surya Kumar Yadav, Rishabh Pant. So that's my batting. Uh, and then I'm looking at Shardul Thakur, question mark against Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Deepak Chahar, Bumrah and Chahal. We understand Mohammad Siraj is available, he is recovered, but I see what you've done there. But I'll come to him in a minute. But there's talk about Siraj having recovered, but I don't know if I want to play Siraj yet. I'm going Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Shardul Thakur, Chahar, Bumrah, and Yuzvendra Chahal. Now this player he's back in the ODI squad, Akhil. His last ODI was 30th June 2017.
That was a Champions Trophy final, isn't it?
I don't think it was in the West Indies. It was in the West Indies after that.
Okay, okay. Okay, so you're saying Ashwin not a starter in the first ODI according to your lineup, and you're picking Surya Kumar Yadav. So Shreyas Iyer and Surya Kumar Yadav both there in your
Yeah.
squad.
Yes. Pretty much. I
Hmm.
think I think Surya brings in that firepower. Surya is able to finish off games, give us impetus on the back end, and which is why I want Surya and Pant there.
Okay, would love to hear thoughts of what our listeners say around here, because it's going to be very interesting who they pick up as a number four batter. Obviously, Surya Kumar Yadav has that explosiveness, but Shreyas Iyer has been a proven performer in the white ball format. He's waited long enough for his chances, as everybody's saying on social media. So it'll be interesting to see who they pick up. And the Venkatesh Iyer, if you followed properly, he's played the Vijay Hazare Trophy. He batted lower down the
Hmm.
order.
Hmm.
So he's obviously seen that the opportunity, and I'm sure the management must have also spoken to him that, like your IPL, there's no slot available in the opening that you can take and come and open. So you will have to probably customize, figure your game if you want to have a good go. at batting lower down the order, where you can also bowl your 4-5 overs seam up. So it's an interesting combination that Rahul will have at his disposal.
Three players, Akhil, three players, three exciting players, who will be waiting for their opportunity. Ruturaj Gaikwad, Ishan Kishan, and Venkatesh Iyer.
Hmm.
Uh, all three players quite capable, quite talented. Have been among the runs. Have done stuff recently. So it's going to be interesting. I don't see them starting, but I won't be surprised if they get an opportunity somewhere during the series.
Okay, you said exciting. At Timeout with SportsAdda, like we do, we have an exciting contest again for this specific session. We have a contest question, Arun. I'm going to just repeat that question, and all our listeners, all our viewers have to do is go onto the YouTube channel. In the comment section, please like this video first, and then go into the comment section and give your answer there to the question there. I'm going to ask again. The question again here is that which player was the man of the series during India's last ODI series in South Africa? Very simple question. Arun has already given a big hint. I hope that player also can become the man of the series in this series. That's all. That's the hint that I'm going to give. So please do join in this contest. Arun, predictions for this series and for the first match.
Okay, let me do a Glenn McGrath here. 3-0 India.
Okay, I'm just gonna go South Africa. I think have a much better chance in this 50 over format. Uh, they I think they might have cracked something during the T20 World Cup where they were playing with a little bit of style, a little bit of flair there. I think Markram can still provide them some impetus at the top. So I'm saying 2-1 to India. Hopefully we'll be better at our predictions this time than the Test series, Arun. We had said 3-0, so here's 2-1 from my side for India. You're saying 3-0 to India
India.
completely. Okay. All right. Great. Important series, white ball series for India. And we'll be back again at Timeout with SportsAdda to discuss the rest of the ODIs and look forward to how they go then. Thank you.